welcome back to Big Bro and Lil Sis Reacts. I'm Ted, this is Rainy.
And I'm Tamaj.
And today...
And we're on How to Get Away with Murder, Season 1, Episode 5. We're not friends. And yeah, so I did just recently edit Episode 3. I need to write down all my notes, but I have been storing them mentally. And one thing I don't think we picked up on, because it was so quick, and we were trying to figure out what was going on. So you remember the episode where Annalise was representing the client who was part of a cult, and they blew up something way in the past or whatever, and she ran away after she got released?
Mm-hmm.
Right before we found out that she got released, Frank called Annalise, and Annalise was like, Frank, no, that's not the correct way to do this. And then the next scene, they were outside, and then Frank was like, oh, she got away. And we were like, what? Wow, that was so genius. Frank set that up, is what I think. And that's why she was saying, Frank, no, that's not, what we need to do. That's not the option. But he had already did it. So Frank be doing stuff without permission. And I think it was, Annalise just had to roll with it because it was already done, but she didn't want to do that. She probably thought she could still win, but he set it up so that she could leave. It wasn't just something that them two magically came up with. It was something Frank came up with. There's a lot of stuff that you got to read in between the lines because...
I still can't believe she left her 2 kids, husband, and a whole life behind.
Yeah, I know.
For a cult leader.
Yeah, she wasn't right in the head. So
she's not right. She got something wrong with her.
That was just something I picked up on editing that I didn't notice in the reaction. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. We got to watch Frank. Bonnie, I'm still just about sure that she's sleeping with, or wants to sleep with, Annalise's husband, Sam. I think she really likes him. Just their scenes are always her staring. But she's like that awkward girl that has a crush on the dude. He doesn't seem like he's super interested, but I wouldn't put it past them to that they maybe possibly had a relationship or a thing or something going on in the past, and she's just not over it, and he is, or she just really likes him, and maybe will one day make a move. I don't know.
Bob?
Bonnie, yeah.
Yeah, alright.
So just some notes, but we do got, what's the girl's name? Rebecca on the right path, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Because the last episode was about...
Yeah, she had a deal. And she gave her the phone. She gave her he gave her the phone. She gave him, and he gave her the phone. And she went home. Hopefully it picks up from that scene. But yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it. Full no reactions are available on Patreon.
Oh my god.
It's gonna start every episode off right. Something new. Either you coming over here or you're not.
Why is Frank calling you? What? I saw your phone, Laurel. What the hell's going on?
Laurel, please don't say you told Frank about this.
You people tell me that I can call Aiden, and you call Frank? I swear to God, Laurel, if you told him anything, I slept with him. Okay? He's calling me, but... whatever, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Otherwise, how do we know you're telling us the truth? Why would I tell you? We're not friends.
Wait, so you screwed Frank while you were still seeing Con?
I'm a cheater. Yes, it was slut. And now a murderer. Judge me if you want. Just do it while we are carrying the damn body.
Okay. Well, damn.
All people have secrets.
I'll be writing that down in Laurel's
Certainly
profile.
you take that into account when picking a jury.
Definitely. In fact, there's been a rise in stealth jurors. People who
Our
actively
turn.
try to get on a jury to sway the verdict.
I know what a stealth juror is. You need to show off with something to talk to your therapist about. Mr. Johansson, can you
I
tell me
wasn't showing off.
He said it's
Answering
long.
your question, how do defense attorneys get screwed by juries? Mentioning stealth jurors was me giving an example. I wasn't showing off.
Period. Because she didn't have to say all that for her.
Somebody woke up in the mood to fight this morning.
Have you decided what to do with the phone?
Not the time, nor the place.
I know,
Yeah.
but I was thinking before we turn it over to the police, we can trace the cell number of the guy who sent those
I'm not
photos.
sure we should turn it in at all. How long did it go on? Don't you dare say that you were just sending photos because I know you were screwing her. So I need to know.
Just the summer. She was in my class. She started coming to my office hours.
How many times?
I don't know.
So a lot.
6, 7.
Where?
My office. Her car once.
But you wanted more than that, didn't you? Turned you on just to think about Lila. Touching yourself, taking those pictures.
Wasn't like that.
Then why did you lie to me?
I was afraid you'd think I hurt her. I could never do that. You know me.
Did you love her?
No, it was her. She was persistent. She kept coming to me about her family, about her boyfriend. Annie, she was just lost.
Just like you found me.
No,
That's how you like your mistresses, huh? Weak, broken messes that you just clean up.
you were never just some affair.
Tell that to your first wife.
Oh.
You were the one. Okay, Annie, stop.
Well,
No,
This is just
But
sex.
I mean-
There was nothing else.
no,
Just
I love you.
no, you don't get to say that. You don't get to, don't touch me.
What's wrong with him? Yeah, bite his ass.
Stop. Just
Get up. You just get up.
Girl, throw something stronger than a pillow. A lamp. Well, he's available if you want him.
But it's what you taught us that first week. Introduce a new suspect. We have one now.
Do we? Does the fact that Rebecca had Lila's phone point to her as the killer?
Only if we don't find that guy.
It's my decision to make, Mr. Gibbons.
It's so cool to see two
Wait,
different
I
Annalises.
don't understand why you're so
Don't understand, it's not my concern.
This one that's all put together, that got it all figured out, that knows what to do. And then the one that's a human being that has layers.
drink on the
And
weekdays.
his feelings that you can see broken down.
Said it
Without the
made him
makeup and the
slow.
wig.
And being a cop, you couldn't afford to be slow. Otherwise, he'd make a mistake or people suffer.
what?
I mean, the fact that he was a cop just made it impossible to get help. And calling them was only going to make him come down harder on her later.
And the night your father was killed?
It was normal. He started yelling as soon as mom walked in, and I don't know, I guess I just couldn't do nothing anymore. So I walked into his bedroom, got his gun, and the next thing I remember is the gun in my hand. It was still hot, and Dad on the floor.
So you shot him.
I was so relieved. Things are better now that he's dead.
Ryan, please don't say.
Glad I shot him.
We're not just fighting a murder charge, we're fighting the police. They've used politics and the media to fuel public outrage and turn Ryan into a sociopath who hated his father. So, how do we win this? Not based on evidence, but the emotions of the jury. In emotionally driven cases, jury selection isn't a science. It's the art of human study. So how do we ensure the least amount of bias when picking a juror?
By making sure the bias swings in your favor. For example, men tend to be punishment oriented and favor the prosecution.
What have you heard in the media about my client?
The short version? That he's a sociopathic cop killer.
I'd like to challenge Juror 505 for cause.
Juror dismissed.
Similarities between the juror and your client. Any personal connections that will help the juror sympathize.
Are you married?
Divorced.
Happily?
Happily divorced? Oh Lord, yes.
The defense accepts this juror. We have to look for jurors who are prone to distrust authority.
There's a larger distrust of police among Black Americans.
You don't call the police in my neighborhood.
Excuse.
Every juror you let in that box can decide your client's fate.
Some cops are bad, some are good. Like all people.
Accept.
Accept, Your Honor.
Excuse.
Excuse.
Accept.
So, I don't
Accept.
Excuse, Your Honor.
Accept, Your
Are they
Honor.
picking
Accept,
their,
Your Honor.
Excuse, Your Honor.
Are they picking the people who they want to decide?
Yeah, so they always do jury selection to decide. Because, you know, the jury
Oh, they select.
Yeah.
I
We-
thought, you know, you just get something in the mail and it says you
You
have to
do.
be to court. If you can't come without a valid reason, then you pay some fine.
No, you do get the letter, and then, but it's a lot of people, and then you go to jury selection, and either pick you or you don't, or you give a reason why you won't be able to be there for that case.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they want to pick people that are gonna favor them. So both sides, I think, it's to select a certain amount.
If you said like you had a wedding that day, would that be a valid excuse?
Probably. But most people lie. Like I've heard people say, "Oh, I know the victim," or "I know the the person being prosecuted," whatever. You know, and they don't want anybody that has personal connections a lot of times, so they'll kind of excuse you. So I've known people to like lie and say that, or There are all types of stuff. People come up with stuff if they really don't want to do it. I don't think I ever met anybody that actually went through with the jury selection. So, but yeah.
12 complete strangers will make or break your case before you've said one word of your opening statement.
It's gonna be like 90%.
I direct you not to discuss the case with anyone,
color.
form an opinion, or search out any media coverage of this matter. Report back at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Or make you a scorecard.
We finally have a client I don't hate.
Really? The guy who shot his dad in the back?
Your Honor, I'd like to file a motion to exclude testimony of the alleged abuse of Sharon Ramini.
Your Honor, the prosecution has had weeks to file this motion. She deliberately waited until after voir dire to undermine my defense.
Ms. Keating, what evidence do you have supporting the abuse claim?
The testimony of the woman who suffered the abuse for the last 20 years.
Sharon Ramini is the defendant's mother and has every reason to fabricate abuse claims in a desperate attempt to save her son. In fact, Mrs. Ramini never once filed a report with the police.
How could she when the people that she called for help are the drinking buddies of the abuser?
So you're admitting you have no actual evidence of the abuse?
I have the testimony of my client, the online diary he's kept for 3 years that documents the abuse.
It's self-serving hearsay. I have no choice but to accept the prosecution's motion and block any testimony of abuse.
Well, that's
My
bullshit.
hands are tied, Ms. Keating.
That makes things hard.
I'll grab a blank.
No,
Okay, hoagie place down the street.
You're thinking about a sandwich? Our whole case just got thrown out. Ryan's going to prison for the rest of his life, where he will probably become somebody's bitch boy. And that's actually the good option, considering his dad's cop buddies might beat him to death first. Oh, Ryan,
Damn.
I didn't.
Sneak up on me like you
I've heard
Batman.
worse. Just don't tell my mom. She still thinks there's hope.
Relax, he'll be fine. Once he goes home, shoots himself.
In cases where emotion is currency, we have to cater our defense to the jury, which means knowing the jury, learning to read reactions, body language. I'm assigning each of you your own pet jurors to watch.
Lumberjack. I don't want this guy.
Oh, not your type. I'll take him if you give me a sexy librarian.
How about the two hairy guys? Enjoy. No contact. Jury tampering is illegal. Don't get us thrown in jail.
We need a Trojan horse to allow the abuse and a back door.
Oh, this guy knows how to use the back door.
It's Ryan's blog. If we could get one of the prosecution's witnesses to mention it on the stand, then everything he ever wrote can be allowed into evidence. Stay up all night. Take notes. Know the blog inside and out before tomorrow.
There are like
Listen,
800
I'm no good
entries.
And you better start reading.
Yeah, I'm no good all night.
As Ryan's English teacher, did you ever suspect he had negative feelings
Not the
towards his
job for
father?
me.
Yes. Everyone at school was aware he had problems with his father. He performed a song at the talent show once. The lyrics were disturbing.
Can you remember what they were?
I'm gonna put some hot lead in my daddy's head.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The talent show. Get the date. You've got something. I think so.
The talent show that you just referenced, when did it occur?
Was this spring? April, I think?
So April 2014?
That's correct.
Got it.
Are these the same lyrics of the song that you just stated for us?
Objection.
I'm just corroborating the facts presented by the prosecution's own witness.
Overruled, Miss Barker. Sit down.
Sit
Yes.
your ass down.
They're the same lyrics.
These lyrics were first published on Ryan's blog in January 2014, 3 months previous to the talent show. Therefore, all entries are open to testimony.
Objection, Your Honor already ruled.
That was before you walked the abuse into this courtroom with your own witness.
Need to see this blog, Miss Keating. I'll allow it into evidence. Overruled.
Wow, that was quick.
Well done.
Quick remedy. Good job, Law.
Oh, yes. Knew it.
I gotta watch
They
you.
smell the pepperoni from the wall. There's no food in my place. Every time I leave the house, somebody screams psycho killer. Oh my god.
Or a mask.
I'm so good.
I need company, otherwise I might go all red rum on your ass.
About the phone.
Annalise doesn't want to use it yet, I know. She called me this morning, wanted to make sure I was okay. Which is more than can be said for you.
No, I
I get it, I'm your client. You have to keep it professional. Or you think I did it?
Lawyers don't ask their clients that.
You're supposed to say, of course I don't think you did it. God, what kind of a terrible lawyer are you?
He's learning.
I'm not a lawyer at all.
Look,
Actually.
shoes on his back.
You
What kind of a person lies his way into jail for his potentially murderous neighbor?
Wes. I sure wouldn't have did it. I'm gonna mind my business.
I didn't do it. I just like making people feel uncomfortable. Makes me feel better for some reason.
So I'm not the only one with issues.
Clearly not.
Get lost, Sam.
feel bad for her, but she was that girl once. Karma.
What are you doing here?
I don't know. I just
You need
wanted to
therapy.
see you.
Seriously gonna pretend like you didn't get me fired?
What are you talking about?
You told my boss about us, that I was investigating Sam.
No, I would never.
Come on, enough with the lies.
Nate.
I don't believe you.
Bonnie did it.
To be honest, I don't even care. I want to sleep next to a killer. Go for it. Well, that's right. I lied too. Sam wasn't away at Yale the night Lila got killed. I see he left New Haven. Drove back here to fill it. You two have a lovely night.
He was kind of gay wrong for letting her sleep next to a killer. So
Nah, for real. He was trying to spare her, but she figured it out. Well, with help, of course.
He's definitely.
That Frank again?
I was sus of him when he watched the
Guys,
movie.
what?
It's like,
You should answer.
This is the last person I want to talk to right now. It strengthens our alibi, moron. You hear the bonfire in the background.
She's right.
What?
Where the hell are you?
The bonfire. Stop calling me.
Go away. Let me explain.
Explain what? How you lied to me? Just so that you could screw me, add me to your list of student conquests?
I messed up. I know that real bad. I'll do whatever I can to make this right. Anything. Just don't shut me out like this. I can't just. I'll do anything. Please.
They killing me with just slipping
Need to
back
know
and forth.
more
There'd
about
be
the
too much
defense.
going
I mean,
on.
You can argue defense that speaks to them personally and will make them acquit Ryan.
Even though there wasn't any imminent threat to his mother's life in that moment.
Excuse me, who's to say there wasn't? One wrong punch and she could have ended up dead.
Which is not a legal argument you can use in court. This case is about emotion. Which means the only way that you win this is if you get the jury to reject the law and acquit regardless of the evidence.
Jury nullification? It's illegal.
To tell the jury about it, yeah. It's not illegal for them to do it.
Well, so you think I should tell them?
No, you should not. You should not tell them. Because if you do, you go to jail.
She's the one that told that they were investigating. Got him fired.
If this is about the fight you and Sam had the other night, we don't need to talk about it.
It's not what this is about. I know how you got Rebecca's confession tape.
Detective Leahy illegally searched through Mr. Keating's car last night. The confession tape, now. I didn't tell you because...
Why? Because you know I'd never let you air my dirty laundry to the police?
I thought you had enough on your plate.
Don't you dare say that you were doing this for me. Because we both know what person in this house you did it for, and it wasn't me.
So Annalise is aware.
I'm sorry. I should have told you.
Yes, but thank you for protecting my husband, though. Now go.
Like
I
Sharon.
wonder why she lets her
It's
stay
just
there.
that it's hard for me to believe
know.
what.
Do you believe that Officer Ramini could ever have harmed his wife?
No, the opposite, really. He was very protective of Sharon. She was fragile. He called her every day, several times, just to check up on her.
Okay, let's look
That
at the
ain't
call
always a
record.
good thing, though.
Let's look at the call record.
Does that
Call
say
record.
something
That
like
could
it's
mean
a
he's
lesbian?
controlling.
We should
Like,
just
what
stare
you
at
doing? Like,
Alice's
he
boobs
needs to
all
know
the
what you're
time.
doing.
They are good.
We're gonna lose unless we tell the jury about nullification.
It's illegal. And if we got caught, Annalise gets disbarred.
You know this family, Frank. We need to help them.
I know that. And we are. Why the hell are you so worked up about this case anyway?
I want to feel like we're doing something good for once. Why is that so hard for everyone to understand?
Lumberjack just messaged me.
That's what you've been doing in your gay sex app.
Yeah. I've been stalking him on Humper, waiting for him to out himself.
Humper?
And he finally bit. What'd he say?
All cop killers deserve to fry, especially little bitches who don't know how to respect their daddy. You have proven bias against the defendant. You are dismissed facing possible penalties. Alternate juror number 1, you are called upon to fill the vacancy.
See? Sexting pays off. What's your scorecard say?
At best, we have half of them.
I'm stupid. Worthless. Everything that comes out of my mouth is a lie. That's what Anthony would say when
And
he
they
accused
showed up.
me of
Damn.
sleeping
Whole
with
department.
a customer, my boss, a bag boy.
And then what would happen?
He'd beat me, slap me, punch me. And one time I came home a little late
because I was covering for this pregnant girl I work with.
Now we need her on the stand.
He kicked me in the stomach, said he'd at least make sure I'd never be able to have a baby again.
Did you ever think about leaving him? Pressing charges?
The baby maker. He said he'd kill me if I did. He said he'd get away with it because he was a policeman. And no one would believe it if he killed his wife. He told me no one would protect me. But someone did. My son saved my life. And you all keep saying he's evil all because he had the courage to be the man my husband was supposed to be.
Let it rain, Harry guy. Let it rain.
Were you under imminent threat when your son shot your husband? Did he have his gun aimed at your head, for example?
No.
Right. Because your son Ryan was holding your husband's service revolver in his hand. He pointed it at your unarmed husband's back and he fired a shot that killed him. Isn't that what happened?
Yes, but he...
No further questions.
You say he defended you, and then you say yes.
This is hard. You can even feel the tension on Annalise. She's like worried.
My engagement ring is gone!
Oh, I forgot about this.
Because we jumping all over.
You ain't gonna find
It's
that
gonna be
girl.
light soon. We still need to get rid of the bags and...
I'm not leaving until we find it.
Are you sure you had the ring on when you left the
I
house?
lost
I
like 8
already
of my
told
rings in
you.
the house. Still haven't
Yes.
found them.
Oh my god, what a real
You better not be getting
Yes,
dirt all
so
up
we
under
just
your
have to
nails.
cancel the wedding. Stop. I still need her to return the trophy to Asher's.
There is no way she can do that. Look at her.
Oh, no. We all had to do things tonight that we didn't want to do. This one is on her.
I'll do it.
What?
How the hell are you gonna do that?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Well, they gotta take the trophy back.
There are cases that speak to evidence, and then there are cases that speak to our humanity, begging our hearts to decide. What is right is what you feel and what you know in your bones. Discovering what's happening behind closed doors of a marriage or family is shocking, which is why this case
It's not about the secrets of a marriage. This case is about the law.
Ryan Ramini protected his mother when no one else would.
There was no imminent threat to Sharon Ramini the night Ryan shot his father.
For years he turned away, hung his head in shame whenever he heard his mother's cries.
The law is clear.
And she was beat, slapped, kicked by Anthony Ramini, a man who tortured his wife and terrified his son.
A police officer sworn to protect his community.
Don't send this young man to prison for doing the same thing you would have done for someone you loved. You would protect them. And that is not a crime. Don't make it one.
That was deep right there. This gotta be their toughest case yet.
And your jury is out deliberating. Come on, let's get a beer.
I have a bunch of other work to
Yeah,
do.
they don't never get to
But
do
I'll call you
schoolwork.
when I leave.
They be up all night. I don't know how they got the strength. I'd be tired. You gonna need coffee, all right. All the work she be having y'all do.
What did you just do?
You don't need to know.
You idiot. I have to tell Annalise you know that.
Fine. Go ahead. Tell her I was showing off.
Which one was it?
Not sure. I just know someone let a juror know about nullification.
I don't understand.
Just say you know, but you don't want to tell me. But don't lie to me, Frank. If one more man lies to me, I swear to God.
Annalise, I'm not an officer of the court. What you don't know, you don't have to report.
No. That's exactly what you gotta do. Report it to the DA.
What?
You heard what I said. Let her know that the jury's been tampered with.
I'm not seeing what that does long term. But the jury's not supposed to know about.
Tip that someone informed the jury as to how nullification works. Clearly, it was a member of the defense team.
Based on what evidence, Your Honor?
We all know who benefits from this act.
Again, where's the evidence?
Stop. Bring in the jury. Has anyone spoken with or contacted any of you about the case in any way, including a discussion of the concept of jury nullification? Lying is a criminal act for which I can hold you in contempt.
I found information that we had the legal right to vote our hearts. I shared it with the rest of the jury.
In the case K7439080, I have no choice but to declare a mistrial. Jury is discharged.
So it worked. So basically, I think they get a second chance.
Well, it seems we've done irreparable harm to the public opinion of Ryan. Due to the abuse defense, the DA no longer thinks he's a sociopath. Therefore, they bumped the charge to juvenile court. You're looking at probation, community service, and counseling.
Did you hear that? You're gonna
Okay.
be okay.
That means it's happening. It's happening.
Ryan, after he was saying he was gonna get sent to jail and all that shit.
Oh, jeez.
Worked out. Teamwork.
Hey. Hey. You won your case?
Mistrial. Were you at Yale when Lila was murdered?
Straight to the point.
No. She was upset
Oh, it's yeah.
when she called me and said she was going to
college.
do something to hurt herself. So I skipped my lecture, came back to see her, but I couldn't find her. She stopped answering her phone. So I drove back to New Haven. I was back in my hotel by morning.
So you were here in Philadelphia at the exact same time she was being killed.
Annalise,
I know. You didn't do it.
That's what they all say.
I'm sorry I slept with her. I'm sorry I lied about it, but I didn't kill her.
Rebecca said it was on her way over. You're going to do a psych evaluation on her.
What?
At least that's what we're telling her. Whatever it takes to figure out what Lila told her about you, or if she shared any pictures of your face.
Annie, this is not a good idea.
Game face on.
So, would you describe yourself as depressed? Do you ever worry that you might harm yourself?
I have a high IQ, a wide range of generalized neuroses, and a slight tendency towards paranoia.
You've been evaluated before.
Juvie, you want to know if I killed Lila, right?
No, this is a standardized psychological test that just helps present you as a credible witness. Let's just talk about how you knew her.
We met at the bar. She was a spoiled sorority girl who wanted a thrill, so she asked if she could help me deal.
Who was she selling
That's
to?
so obvious.
Other students, mostly girls in Catholic.
So how did you end up with her phone?
She left it at my apartment the night before.
Did Lila ever share any details about the relationship she was having with this man?
Just that he was married. She called him Mr. Darcy. She thought it made her sound smart, not like every other dumb girl obsessed with Jane Austen.
Is there any reason you think Mr. Darcy had something to do with her death?
He was some sad old man, bored with his marriage, excited to be doing a hot young piece of ass. She probably got sick of it and broke it off. So he killed her.
Do you have proof of that? Or could that be a slight tendency towards paranoia?
There's a penis pic. Isn't that proof?
So she never said who he was, what he did for a living?
No, she's starting to read him.
Annalise is trying to find him.
Well, I wish she found him already, then I wouldn't be here talking to you.
So, she doesn't know who you are, Mr. Darcy.
I need to know if you believe me.
You're a liar. At this point, that's all I know for sure.
I mean, I guess
Sleep on the couch.
that's all we can prove. We just know where you were, kind of. We have an idea of where you were.
I'll do it.
And got a time frame, and that's about it. We know that you're a liar.
Hey.
I'm not supposed to be here.
So she went to Frank.
So what?
Connor went to
Finally gonna talk
old
this
boy.
through?
You said you would do anything for me. I need to know for sure.
Yes, Laurel. Why? What's going on?
I need your help.
Just put it in the tub and bleach it.
I think they already cleaned it, but I think they got to get it back to Annalise's house or something they said earlier.
What the hell?
You didn't tell her, did you? That I was the one who messed with the jury?
You think you'd still be working here if I did?
Why didn't you?
You got us a mistrial, which was lucky.
No, it was smart. But thank you. I know if that's what you're looking for me to say. Thank you for picking me, making me Frank's girl. Thank you for watching over me, for saving poor little Laurel.
I wanted to believe you were something else, not the cliche little girl who went to Brown.
Oh, right, because you knew she would never screw you.
Like I'd ever want to screw you.
Who you fooling? Nobody but yourself. Mm-hmm.
I have a boyfriend.
Yeah, you wasn't saying all that when you was kissing up on him, but okay.
Did you get a verdict?
Mistrial.
That's great.
Bed strip.
Where are you?
Did you know? Did you skip bail? How was I supposed to
know that.
No, that they were in on it together. Did you know?
What are you talking about?
I don't know if I believe you. I want to, but I don't know.
Rebecca, I don't know what you're talking about. Just tell me where you are. I'll come get you.
No,
You have to trust me.
Wes,
She
you
read
can't
them.
trust Annalise. Look at the wallpaper.
Rebecca?
She's smart. I think it was in the background of the picture.
What the hell are you doing here? You lied to me. What are you talking about? The wallpaper.
Oh.
The picture on Lila's phone. It was taken here.
Rebecca's smart.
Your husband's Mr. Darcy.
Well,
Another speed
why I
run
think
through
somebody was
Happy
gonna be in the wall, y'all.
What? Okay. A lot to process. Because it don't help that they're going through the plot, but also having like a side trial that you're trying to learn from and learn the ways of the court system and all that. I never really studied courts that much, so I have to do a bit more research on a mistrial. Because I thought that they would just redo the trial basically, but that wasn't the case. Apparently it helped them win, because I mean it didn't seem like they wanted a mistrial. So I mean, I guess they wanted him to completely be you know, the verdict to go that he was innocent, but that would get him off scot-free. But a mistrial, it caused him to just have minor consequences, which that you know they can be satisfied in, but they weren't.
So basically what they did is they had to look at everything they already had because they couldn't really start it. And then they said, okay, well, the main subject of their defense is their abuse. So since we can't get any more any less, let's just go.
Well, the problem was with the whole trial was that it had eyes. It was the public's eyes, and those are like high, what do they call it? They call it like basically a high profile case. And because it was a cop that was killed. So everybody was watching because everybody wants to know what happens. Everybody got a certain opinion. So, you know, a lot of people apparently were on the cop side. So once they used the, you know, the abuse thing and that got out and everything, it started to sway public opinion.
And then that one dude who said I don't even know what he said. What did he text?
But who text?
I think he was on the verdict.
Oh, the one guy that they got
yeah, what he said?
That they kicked off. He said something about I think he was pro
cop.
Yes, basically. I believe so.
Pro that cop.
I believe so. Pro police or something like that. So it just basically showed that he had bias. So that they had to kick him out because the jury's supposed to be impartial and supposed to use the facts of the case. But the nullification is something where the jury can technically go by emotion. Like if they feel like, nah, I don't want this kid to go to jail, we can do that. We don't have to vote.
But he made it public.
Public knowledge.
His feelings.
What, you talking about the guy?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. He wasn't supposed to talk about the trial or the case at all with anybody. And by doing that, by texting in a public chat, that means you broke the rules. That you talked with somebody outside of this room about the case, which you weren't supposed to do. So he was getting kicked off mainly for that. But I'm just talking about in general, they weren't supposed to know about jury nullification, that they can vote based off of their emotions or whatever and how they're feeling, not based off of if they think the law has enough facts to support it. So, I don't know. They just, I guess, basically threw the whole thing out. So, that's that, if I understand all of that properly. But regardless, that's not even the main beats. Because next episode, we're going to be on to the next case. It's the plot. Rebecca's running now because she doesn't trust Annalise. And
this is the part where she's at the hotel in the flashbacks.
Probably. That's probably where she's gonna hide out there. Because we're getting closer, I think, to... I don't know if... Did it say how close we were? Because, you know, they start with the flash forward, and then when they cut to the present day... I didn't think so. I didn't see...
So I assume... My guess last episode was 2 weeks.
No, it was 2 months.
Oh. Yep. I'm gonna say
This is right after that, so we're probably still within that 2 month range.
yeah. I'm gonna
so
say
it's probably like the next
might
day.
be some change.
Girl, we're talking a day's difference.
Yeah.
So it's still 2 months because it's only been like a day. So a day or two at max because we're still in the same area. So
okay. Well, how much when she got to be staying at some hotel?
She was staying at the motel towards the end. So this is 2 months later.
So she stayed at a hotel for 2 months.
Possibly. We don't know.
That's a lot of money.
She could leave town, and come back later on, but I don't know. I don't think so. We just gotta see. Let's not get too ahead because the flash forwards are misleading because they show different times and yeah, they mess around. They add stuff to it later on, and it's just really hard to follow at the moment. All we know is Michaela's still missing her ring. We know towards the end, Connor goes back to to his apartment because he's just freaking out and can't handle it. Laurel goes to Frank, and we don't know what the other three do yet.
Yeah, and she gets a trophy. I'm excited to find out how she gets a trophy because she been on her A game.
No, the trophy was the murder weapon.
Yeah, but it was hers.
And I thought it goes to Asher. Remember, because he was banging at the doors like, "You guys have my trophy. I know you're in there." He's currently the holder of the trophy, but obviously, if it's the murder weapon, they can't give it to him right now.
Do because he don't be doing that.
But yeah, so Laurel just has to put it back. Because Michaela apparently was supposed to go put it back, but she's distraught because she lost her ring. And so Laurel is trying to use Frank to put the trophy back. But I'm just not understanding why they took the trophy out the house in the first place. I remember them bleaching and cleaning everything.
Yeah, if you
and they put it back on the shelf.
Then why are you taking it?
I didn't understand that.
I think it was an accident.
I don't know.
And it was just
everything's so fuzzy right now.
Yeah.
So maybe we missed something again. I'll probably catch it in editing.
I hope when we all caught up, they play it from the beginning straight out, including the scenes that they already showed us too.
Yeah, I just need it all together. Or there's probably a super cut on YouTube or something that somebody just clipped it together if they didn't. But yeah, I just want to see it just from my understanding. That's fine. I'd be okay with that. But I mean, they do a good job about going back, showing a scene you already seen again, and then adding to it. They don't just cut to the added part, you know what I mean? So they kind of play it out and just add a bit more. So I think at some point we probably will get that. But now Wes knows. He just confronted Annalise, so I don't know what they're gonna do. We just know that Sam ends up murdered.
Honestly, y'all, this is such a good show. I don't even want to react. I just want to keep watching it over and over.
Yeah, it's definitely a binge-worthy show, because especially with how they end them. But this one gave the spotlight to Laurel, so we got to dive a bit more into her. So we still need to get a deep look into probably Asher, Bonnie for sure. I guess Frank, even though I kind of know what he's about, but there's probably some more layers there. They probably can do Sam because he's a big part of the storyline. And then whoever else they want to go to, but I think those ones definitely need it. But yeah, Annalise and Bonnie are not seeing eye to eye because she's like, yeah, I know what you did. And I don't know. It was a really well-written episode. Annalise was stressed out there. Not only did she have a high-profile case, but she was dealing with the fact that her husband's a liar, cheater, possible murderer. She just had a lot on her plate. She's a teacher by day, lawyer by night. It's just
and a teacher while being a lawyer too.
She's got a lot going on. But yeah, I'm just gonna go fill in my notes, and we're gonna continue and try to figure out this damn mystery. Yeah. So yeah, with that all being said, thank you guys for watching. Of course, we want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe to Patreon for more reacts.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.
Bye.